Good morning, everyone. On this Monday of the 20th week in Ordinary Time, we're going right into the book of Judges. So we skipped pretty quickly through Joshua, right into Judges. And these are just like mountaintops, just seeing the main important parts of as we make our way through the Old Testament. So here in Judges, we're in chapter 2, verses 11 through 19. The children of Israel offended the Lord by serving the Baals. Abandoning the Lord, the God of their fathers, who led them out of the land of Egypt, they followed the other gods of the various nations around them, and their worship of these gods provoked the Lord. Because they had thus abandoned him and served Baal and Ashtaroth, the anger of the Lord flared up against Israel, and he delivered them over to plunderers who despoiled them. He allowed them to fall into the power of their enemies around, about whom they were no longer able to withstand. Whatever they undertook, the Lord turned into disaster for them, as in his warning he had sworn he would do, till they were in great distress. Even when the Lord raised up judges to deliver them from the powers of their despoilers, they did not listen to their judges, but abandoned themselves to the worship of other gods. They were quick to stray from the way of their fathers had taken, and did not follow their example of obedience to the commandments of the Lord. Whenever the Lord raised up judges for them, he would be with the judge and save them from the power of their enemies as long as the judge lived. It was thus the Lord took pity on their distressful cries of affliction under their oppressors. But when the judge died, they would relapse and do worse than their ancestors, following other gods in service and worship, relinquishing none of their evil practices or stubborn conduct. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Well, what we have here in Judges is probably a synopsis of the whole book of Judges. It's all right here, this kind of pattern that when you read through the book of Judges, you're reading of each of these different judges, but you also read the patterns that happens. The folks are in distress. The judges come along the way, lead them back to the Lord, but no sooner has the judge died then they relapse into their evil ways. And in a certain sense, it's kind of a depressing book. I remember my mom saying she just dreaded every year reading the book of Judges because there is so much evil in the book too. But I suppose if you just watch the daily news, it's no different. It's not as if we've learned a lot from our patterns of ways of life. The important thing is the importance of those judges. Sometimes that's what we're called to do in the midst of an evil generation, that we're called to be a light in the middle of it all and to remain firm in our commitment towards Jesus Christ. I hope you're doing this day and that it would be an encouragement even in the midst of whatever you're going through. Stay safe, folks. Hopefully we get to see each other soon. And by the way, I'm dressed like this because I'm just going to be having Mass this morning and then going out in my backyard where there's tons of weeds and trying to make some order out of that, just taking a little bit of time off. But hopefully we get to see each other soon. Bye for now.